Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I do know about the shooting that happened in Nashville, Tennessee. Don't think I'm ignoring it or avoiding it. I understand that, and I know one of my commenters or people that regularly watch my channel probably has said something, and I want to get to it. Mostly, what I like to do when it comes to reports like this is that I try to wait a bit to see more information that comes out since it's so fairly recent. So I'll probably do a report on it briefly today on what's going on, but I I like to wait about it because there's so much information that comes out and we have to wait, especially with shootings like this. Remember when they had the Valdi Texas type BS that happened? By the way, that end up being all kinds of stuff that ended up happening almost for months, and now it's finally starting to wind down. So, yeah, I take it as a minute. But without further ado, we have this. Apparently, a woman gets her home stolen by some interesting individuals. You guess that you take the guess of the actual race here, and you may come up with your conclusion. Yeah, so apparently that you can just steal homes now. Apparently, yeah, this is a thing, and you can't do no wrong. Well, guess what? I think we have some problems here. Well, let's take a look at this actual clip of what's going on, and we'll kind of go over it.
Trespassers is living in a Houston woman's home, and she doesn't know how to get them out. That house was listed for lease, but when some prospective tenants went for a visit last week, they found a group of people living inside. ABC 13's Maya Shea visited that home with its owner today, and she joins us live with what they found. Maya?
Well, it's very surprising because this lady actually is living in this house right now. She says she actually paid somebody $6,000. She says she has a lease that's given and she has receipts, but the owner of this house, who we spent most of the day with, says it is not her lease and she didn't authorize anyone to live here.
Linda Jiang owns this home on South Braeswood, but she can't get inside. And that Lexus in the garage, that's not hers.
The car doesn't belong to me. They changed the locks on my house without my authorization. Literally, they're not authorized to be here. They should not be here.
They are a group of trespassers who apparently moved into Jiang's house listed for rent sometime in the last 2 weeks. But repeated calls to law enforcement, including this visit by Precinct 5 deputy constables just 24 hours ago, have yielded no result.
They came out here, but then at the end, they said it's a civil dispute.
Records show both Houston Police Patrol officers and Precinct 5 told Jiang and her neighbors this is a civil eviction issue. But veteran eviction attorney Brian Serwin disagrees, pointing to elements such as no furniture, just air mattresses in the house, and the changed locks as clear evidence there was never a rental agreement.
In my opinion, based off the signs, that you have forced entry, that the landlord says, I don't know who these people are. No one who's my agent has ever talked to these people. It's not on the market for rent. That's criminal trespass and should be treated on the criminal side of the house and not through the eviction process.
Part of the confusion may come from this, a supposed rental agreement the trespassers have shown law enforcement. But Jiang says it's clearly fake. It only lists the 4 people who say they can live in the house, but does not list her, the owner, as the landlord.
If somebody steals your vehicle, then the police would come out and catch them and say, you're the thief, we're going to put you in jail. This is not your vehicle, but why can't they do the same thing for the house?
ABC 13 contacted Houston Police, who says it will re-examine the original complaint to see if there is a crime. Meanwhile, Jiang has also filed eviction paperwork, hoping somehow, some way, she can get the trespassers out and a legitimate renter moved in. In Houston, Maya Shea, ABC 13, Eyewitness.
Yeah, if you just guess who actually was doing it, then you are correct. Well, it seems that, yeah, apparently you could go and steal somebody's home and be okay and it has to be okay with it. Well, this is a society that we're living in here, and these people are really trying it. It says they have the actual papers. Well, it seems like the papers are fake, and this is kind of the reality that, we have to deal with. Here's the thing here, guys, is that why is it every single time when somebody does a crime or people that actively are, doing these things happen to be of this particular skin color all the time. It's very rarely is it actually a white person. And then when it actually comes to actual racial crimes, why does it have to do with only black people committing these racial crimes? It's very interesting that we have this. And I think the matter of fact is that you can just steal people's home and not have a problem with it. So there's some interesting stuff here. So they managed to break in and then force some fake documents. And yeah, I hope these guys get arrested and they're not able to, I don't know, maybe to have a house anymore and be put in jail for a certain period of time. So that they kind of understand that stealing is not okay. And not only that, they should also be slapped with a few charges of not being able to pay the rent too for having the house as well. I think there are some. I think there are some the crazy shit happening in this country, and it's insane that this is going on. Now, I don't think this is necessarily a what you would call a liberal city or other issues. It's just coming to address that it's bigger than just being an actual liberal city or what have you. It has to more like to be with these people are constantly committing these crimes, and we also have to point out the ludicrousy and the insanity that this happens. This is more of a kind of funny or a ha-ha, but also a sad type of report, because I don't really see how this could be possibly being good. Well, I guess we'll see what happens with this woman as she tries to get her house back and hopefully see these people in jail. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.